Ever notice how often you're clicking those little drop-down menus? They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right. And today's deep dive, well, we're going to give you the power. The power to change those menus on the fly, make them dance a bit, make your interfaces way more dynamic.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and we're going to dig into a Tkinter tutorial, actually. It's from plus2net.com, really practical stuff. Don't worry, you don't need, like, hardcore coding experience to follow along here.
Gotcha.
Because it's all about the concepts today.
It's a really neat trick for making your GUIs, those graphical interfaces we see all the time.
Yeah, like the buttons, the windows.
Exactly. It makes them feel so much more responsive.
Oh, I love that word, responsive. It's like it's listening to you, the
Yeah.
interfaces.
Yes.
Okay, so for anyone totally new to this, Tkinter, it's basically Python's way to build these GUIs, right?
Yeah. It's what lets you make all those buttons, windows, and even those drop-down menus we're talking about.
It's the whole toolkit.
It is. And, even though the tutorial uses a very specific example, something with PHP, I think, and MySQL databases.
Right. They always have their example.
Yeah, but the core technique, that's what's cool. It applies no matter what you're building.
See, that's what I love, because we can go on these deep dives, but it's got to be practical. You got to be able to take it and use it anywhere.
Exactly.
So this tutorial breaks down how to make a menu interactive using buttons. I love this because it's like each button gets a backstage pass, right?
Ooh, I like that visual.
Yeah. To control the menu.
That's a great way to put it. So you've got buttons to remove all the options, add them back in, even one to get rid of just specific things you select.
Okay, now that last one, that's what has my attention.
Yeah.
Because how do you tell the computer, like, just this one, not that one?
Right.
Let's peek at that code a little, because the tutorial's not afraid to show the good stuff. But don't worry, we'll keep it high level. We're not going to,
No, line by line.
Yeah, we're not debugging today.
Exactly. They basically walk you through setting up that option menu, your buttons, all that standard Tkinter stuff.
Right, got to build the foundation.
Exactly. But where things get exciting is the functions, the brains behind each button.
Right, because clicking a button, that's step one. Something's got to happen after.
You got it. And they name these functions so cleverly. There's myRemove, just wipes the options clean.
Okay, makes sense.
And then there's myAdd, adds them right back in, just like that.
Simple, elegant. But that third one, the myRemoval, that's the mysterious one.
Ah, yes. This one really highlights why indexes are so important in programming.
Indexes, like in the back of a textbook.
Kind of. But imagine each item in your menu has this secret number assigned to it. Starts at 0, because computers, and it just goes up from there. That's the index.
Okay. So even though I, as the user, I don't see these numbers.
You don't. It's behind the scenes.
They're running the show.
Totally. It's how the computer keeps everything straight. And myReleasal, it uses those indexes to pinpoint and remove only what the user picked.
So that's how it knows.
That's how it knows. And having that control, that's where design gets really cool.
So you're telling me this little button function, it's actually a key part of making the whole menu feel so dynamic.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the tutorial, it even gets into some other nice touches, like, how one line of code can add that little separator line to your menu.
Oh, to visual and break it up.
Exactly. Might seem tiny, but those little cues make the user experience so much better.
It's all about the details. But they didn't stop there, did they? There was something about, letting users ADD their own options to the menu.
Oh, yeah, they linked to another tutorial about that, letting users type in their own stuff.
Oh, wow. Now that's power to the people.
Right.
It's like you're not limited by whatever the developer thought of initially.
Exactly.
You can personalize it. And that, my friend, that is a big deal in software these days. Everybody wants their own.
Customized.
Yeah.
It's all about, think about it. When you use software and it's clunky.
Ugh, the worst.
It's the worst, right? You get frustrated. But when it's adapting to you,
yes,
that's when it feels almost magical,
It's the difference between I don't know, driving a car with power steering.
Okay, yeah.
Versus the old school way.
Oh, yeah.
That little bit of responsiveness changes everything.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so with these option menus, when you can tweak them on the fly, like we're talking about,
yeah,
it opens up so many possibilities to make things feel custom-made, user-friendly.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Imagine, say, you're building a data analysis tool.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty conic.
Lots of data to wrangle.
Exactly. And if you let the user decide what they want in that drop-down right there.
Instead of being stuck with what the developer thought of however many months ago.
Exactly. It becomes way more powerful for them.
It's their tool now,
Exactly. Or let's say you're trying to impress a future employer.
Right. Ooh, good angle.
You show them you can do this kind of stuff, these little details in your
It
GUIs.
shows you care.
It shows you care about the user, not just, here's the code, bye.
It's like, I've thought about how you're going to use this thing.
Exactly. The devil's in the details, right?
Big time.
But even beyond that, beyond the practical stuff, there's a certain, like, satisfaction, I think.
Oh, for sure.
When you get these programming things.
Yeah, aha moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're bridging the gap between what's in your head and what the computer can actually do.
Because it's like, I made the computer do that.
Exactly. And speaking of aha, remember the thing about users adding their own options?
Oh, yeah, we kind of glossed over that.
What if we went further?
Okay, I'm listening.
Not just adding, but what if they could reorder the menu? Like based on
Yeah.
what they it's CK.
Whoa.
So the stuff they use most is always right there.
So it's not even just about the content of the menu, it's how it's presented dynamically.
Now you're getting it.
That's wild. It's like it anticipates what you need.
Exactly. Imagine that. Software that's like one step ahead.
Game changer. And all this from a simple little Tkinter tutorial.
Right. It's amazing where these things lead.
Shows how powerful even the basic concepts are if you know how to use them.
It's about the building blocks and then getting creative. Who knows what we'll come up with next?
It's kind of wild, right? Like, we went deep on drop-down menus.
Deeper than I thought we would, honestly.
Right. But it's cool how, like, this simple thing, it highlights something bigger.
Oh, for sure. About how we experience, like, all technology.
Because it's easy to take it for granted. You click a button, you pick from a menu.
You assume it'll just work.
Exactly. But there's so much thought behind that to make it seamless.
Oh, yeah. There's a developer somewhere probably banging their head on the keyboard.
To make it look that easy.
Exactly. To bring that experience to life.
And the more we, I don't know, like peek behind the curtain,
Yeah.
the more we can appreciate how clever it all is.
And who knows? Maybe someone listening is going to be inspired, become the next Tkinter wizard.
Right, because even from this drop-down deep dive, we've seen how many possibilities there are.
It's all about those core concepts, and then, boom, creativity takes over.
So next time you're on a website, using an app, whatever,
Take a second.
and be like, nice menu, because somewhere a Tkinter master made that for you.
And hey, if you're feeling up to it, why not give it a shot yourself? Build something cool. Until next time, everyone, happy coding.